name is Jasmine Hill. This is for Special Education 500 Professional Math Rules. Today we are going to talk about the IEP process. Parents and student involvement in the IEP process. Under the IDEA, parents have special provisions for participation in the placement decision, and under the provision, both state educational agency and local school boards must ensure that the parents of the child identified with a disability makes decisions regarding the placement and the LRE of their children. This is the right of the parent to participate in the process and have entitlement to notification in any planned evaluation or meeting. As a result, both the child and the parent must be invited for the IEP meeting. Thus, it is three benefits for the school, the teacher, and the parent for expectations for ongoing communication between everyone. Different individuals have several expectations for ongoing communication between the teacher, school, and parent/guardian to support the development and achievement of the student. First, there is a student benefit from communication. Substantial evidence exists showing that parent involvement between the student, including raising their academic achievement. There are other advantages of children when parents become involved, namely increasing motivational for learning, improvement behavior, more regular attendance, and a more positive attitude about homework and school in general. Second, there's the teacher benefit and expectations. Research shows that parental involvement can free teachers to focus more on the task of teaching children. Also, by having more content with parents, teachers learn more about the student needs and home environment, which is information they can apply towards better meeting those needs. Parents who are involved tend to have a more positive view of teachers, which result in improved teacher morale. Lastly, there is the parent benefit and expectation. Positive parent-school communication benefit parents. The manner in which school communicate and interact with parents affect the extent and quality of parents and how the involvement with their students' learning. Next, we're going to talk about the IEP process. There's the referral, the evaluation, and the eligibility process. The referral is when, upon expectation that a child has a disability, so is referred for formal evaluation by the school personnel or the parent. This marks for the referral process where the parent's consent must be engaged prior to the referral. The evaluation process is the initial comparison individual assessment of the student is conducted in all areas of concern, including both academic and functional performance. The data collected during these steps from the foundation upon which the IEP will be developed. As such, it is important and can be overstated. Then there's the eligibility process. At this point, the student evaluation results are reviewed with an eye toward answering a pair of questions. Does the student have a disability? Does disability affect the student's academic or functional performance to such an extent that she requires special education services? If the answers to these questions is yes, the student is considered eligible for special education services. Components of the IEP consist of present levels, annual goals, measuring and reporting process, special education related services, supplemental aids and services, extent of non-participation, accommodations, and assessments. Okay. The IEP process began. The centerpiece is composed of the following elements: the present levels. This is the component addressing the child currently progress in school and how the disability affect the child's performance in class. Then it's the annual goals. Once a child needs are identified, the IEP team works to develop appropriate goals to address those needs. Annual goals describe what the child is expected to do or learn within a 12-month period. Then there's the measuring and reporting progress. Each child IEP must also contain a description of how his or her progress towards meeting the annual goal will be measured and when it's to be reported to the parents. The special education process is when the IEP must contain a statement of the special education and related services and supplemental aids and services to be provided to the child. The related services are to help the child with a disability benefit from special education. How he or she may also need extra help in one or another area, such as speaking or movement. They have speech pathologists, so mental aids and services are intended to improve the child's access to learning and their participation across the spectrum of academics, extracurricular, and non-academic activities and settings. The IEP team must determine what supplemental aids and services a child will need and specify them in the IEP. Extent of non-participation. This is where the IEP must also include an expectation of the intent, if any, to which the child will not participate with non-disabled children in a regular class and in other school settings and activities. Accommodations and access is where the IEP requires that the students with disabilities take part in state or district-wide assessments. The IEP team must decide if the student needs accommodations in testing or any type of assessment entirely in the component of the IEP. The team documents how the student will participate. Thank you for listening to me. Those are all the components of the process of the IEP. My name is Jasmine Hill, and I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.